Summer sizzles as EastEnders teases Stevie Mitchell's unexpected comeback. Tension brews as he questions pregnant Nadine's motives. Drama ignites, secrets unravel, and the heatwave amplifies the intrigue on Albert Square. Brace for a scorching season of twists and turns in Walford's tumultuous tale. Amidst a surprise arrival, BBC EastEnders shares terrible funeral news, with the family being torn apart. A surprising arrival coincides with some sad news regarding a funeral for one EastEnders family next week. Gloria and Eddie Knight, George's parents, arrived and left in recent weeks, completely upended the Knight family. Although George was aware that he was adopted, he was unaware that his real parents had given him up as part of a baby farming plot. When George's parents demanded his return, Eddie made the decision to kill George's father in order to ensure that he would never be able to have George back. Gloria had been keeping this a secret for months when, in an unfortunate turn of events, she suffered a heart attack and died while George was sitting next to her in the hospital, leaving him grieving. Despite her family's objections, Anna Knight on the BBC soap opera Next Week decides she must talk to her grandfather Eddie Knight, who is incarcerated. She wonders about whether she'll be able to tell her father George the news after learning from him that George's mother Gloria was buried yesterday. All of this has happened while fans have been speculating that George's son would feature on the BBC soap opera. George made unsuccessful attempts to get in touch with his enigmatic son after Gloria died away, which fueled rumors that he may soon make an appearance in Walford. Could things become complicated between George and Elaine, or between George and his two daughters, Anna and Gina, whom he has with his ex-wife Cindy Beale, if George's son arrives in the middle of this difficult moment for the entire family? Colin Salmon, who plays George, said the following on Gloria's shocking heart attack: "I don't think people can underestimate the impact of stress on a human body. Gloria and George lived with a bully named Eddie, which is probably why they are so close. George also has a deep affection for Gloria. Both she and he have supported one another during this difficult time. She finds it too much that Eddie believes she has been disloyal and that he wants to punish her for it. Gloria's situation is similar to that of a sparrow. If you've ever held one in your hand, you can feel her heart racing until it becomes too much. Nevertheless, I'm delighted George can support Gloria." Spoilers for EastEnders: witness Stevie Mitchell's unwanted homecoming and become wary of the pregnant man. Nadine. In the upcoming week's episodes of EastEnders, Stevie Mitchell will return, but his family won't be welcoming him home. Hollywood actor Alan Ford was cast as Billy Mitchell's, Perry Fenwick, estranged father, Stevie, the BBC One serial opera reported last year. After Stevie obtained sole custody of Billy's brother Charlie when he was 11 years old, Billy was raised in foster care. The two had not seen each other off-screen for more than 25 years. However, they were reunited when Stevie attended Aunt Sal's funeral in January. However, he hasn't been seen since. But next week, when Stevie shows up in the East End, Billy, who recently became engaged to his ex-wife Honey, Emma Barton, is going to have his happy bubble burst for Nadine, Jazzy Phoenix, who recently revealed her pregnancy to Jay Brown, Jamie Borthwick. Stevie's presence will also bring unwelcome news. Emma Brown's character Lexi Pierce becomes more and more irritated with the circumstances when Nadine shows up and informs her that she has been expelled from her home. Lexi spends the day with Billy after feigning illness to avoid attending school. She uses the occasion to clarify that she witnessed Nadine drinking, but Jay doesn't think she's telling the truth. Billy tries to talk to Jay, but when he proposes that Nadine do a DNA test, he unintentionally steps in. Aware of the tension, Nadine sets up cocktails at the Vic to try and win the family over, but when Billy's father Stevie shows up, everyone is thrown off. Billy and Phil, Steve McFadden, let the Mitchells know that Stevie is not welcome, and the Mitchells are shocked to see him. Billy and Phil both see right through Stevie's charm offensive, so they don't put up with it. Billy follows Honey's counsel and chooses to give Stevie a chance, which results in an open discussion regarding Billy's early years between father and son. Sadly, when Jamie is brought up, things swiftly spiral out of control and Billy orders his dad to leave his life. Later, Honey tells Stevie that he needs to put in more effort if he wants to have a relationship with his son, but when Stevie shows up to their house without warning, Billy gets upset. Billy rejects Lexi and Honey's second attempt to get him to give Stevie a chance, insisting he doesn't want to know. Taking control of the situation, Lexi surreptitiously asks Stevie for assistance with Jay's predicament. When they get to Jay's, Stevie pushes Nadine to take a DNA test. Steve begins to suspect Nadine's behavior as the week goes on, but will he find out any secrets? Is he acting suspiciously? Next week's EastEnders spoilers. First, a look at two returns, Bianca and Stevie. Next week's spoilers for The Walking Dead indicate two significant comebacks for the show. Bianca Jackson is back in Walford, and she is definitely happy to be back. Whitney is in luck since Brittany is soon to be taken away. The same cannot be said of Stevie Mitchell's family's response when he exposes his face. Will he be able to convince Phil and Billy otherwise? They don't want anything to do with him. When Sonia returns to Walford, she is taken aback to meet her sister Bianca. When Bianca and Rice first meet, he is overcome by her presence. Bianca is quickly getting to know the new Albert Square inhabitants. Before long, she hears Vinny passing out flyers announcing the cafe's reopening, then Bianca takes advantage of the chance to obtain a job. However, she has also observed Bernie appearing dejected and declining to re-enter the cafe. Bernie and Bianca converse on the square. Bernie is urged to return to work by B during the heart-to-heart. But can Bernie actually find the grave where her brother was buried? 2. Brittany removed. Whitney and Brittany's teacher have a fruitful discussion about Whitney's Usher syndrome. Rice, however, steps in when he says Whitney isn't Brittany's biological mother. Social services will soon be at Whitney's door. She is taken aback by their coming because she is unaware of what Rice has said. For her own protection, Brittany has to be taken away. Social services explains that before releasing Whitney back to them, they need to verify her account of what happened with Keeley. 3. Zach and Bianca collaborate. Whitney lies on the couch in astonishment, crushed about Brittany. Zach is concerned about how the tension is affecting her and the child. After that, Zach and Bianca decide to cooperate in order to find Keeley. So that Brittany can return home, they need her to support Whitney's account. They are able to convince Keeley to meet them at Walford East. However, things quickly worsen as Bianca berates Keeley and criticizes her parenting. Brittany would be better off without them all, according to Keeley. Can Zach and Bianca convince her otherwise? 4. More spoilers for EastEnders. Stevie is returned. When Stevie shows up in Walford, the Mitchells are taken aback. He plays up to the family, but Phil and Billy let him know he's not invited. Billy bolts from the room. Honey follows him and urges him to talk to his father, but as soon as he finally agrees, the topic immediately shifts to Jamie. At that point, Billy gives his dad the boot. 5. Stevie starts to doubt Nadine. Billy is urged to give Stevie a chance by Lexi and Honey. Lexi then brings Stevie to 29B since she needs his assistance with Jay. Nadine and Stevie converse. He advises her to have the baby's DNA tested, but Stevie doesn't take long to start questioning Nadine's actions. What will he find out? 6. Yolanda takes a picture. Levi worries because Yolanda isn't showing up for prayer group. But Yolanda's complete overreaction leaves Denise and Patrick speechless. Patrick is still perplexed by Yolanda's actions. Will she ever explain the true cause of her problems to him? 7. Yolanda in danger. In the spoilers for EastEnders, Yolanda gets into a fight with Chelsea over her plans to arrange Jordan's baptism. Yolanda becomes concerned that Chelsea might be in danger when she learns that Chelsea is talking about the service with Pastor Clayton. Chelsea is told to leave by Yolanda, who rushes over to the community center. Her actions perplex Chelsea, who tries politely to ask some clarifying questions. Yolanda covers right away. However, Chelsea isn't persuaded and tries to talk Patrick into scheduling a visit with her physician. When he subsequently discovers that Yolanda let the hob catch fire because she was so preoccupied, he begins to believe she is correct. Please subscribe our channel.